Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to use a micropipetter. So this is a micropipetter. You can actually set it to between 0.5 and 10 microliters, and you change it by rotating this. You'll see that that's 10.1, 10.2, but we want it to be 10, and all of them should be set on 10. You hold this in your hand kind of like this with your thumb on the top part, and then it just kind of rests on there. There's a couple buttons here. And the first one, the top one, is for extracting liquid from a solution, and then this one's for ejecting the actual tips. So on the bottom here, you need to first put a tip. So we open this just for a second, we press down, the tip will stick to it, and now it's attached, and then we just close the container again, just to kind of keep it as sterile as possible. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push down on this until I get to the first spot where it gives me a little resistance. If I push a little bit harder, I can make it go down more, but I don't want to do that. Wherever it pushes down to and then stops, that's the measured amount, that's 10. If I keep going, that's something more than 10, so I don't want that. So again, I'm going to push down till I feel that resistance, and then I'm going to keep my thumb exactly in that spot, put this into the liquid, and I'm going to put both of my elbows down, and if you can see it, I'm going to use both of my hands to steady this in. That just kind of helps. And then I slowly lift my thumb up, and then it extracts 10 microliters, which is a very small amount. And then keeping both of my elbows down for stability, I'm going to very carefully put the tip into this. This is a test, this is for us to test it out. I'm going to put it in here, and then I'm going to slowly push down. And now this is where you push that extra bit all the way down, and that just kind of ejects all the extra solution in there. And then I pull this out, and then I slowly release it. Don't move your thumb too much. These are expensive pieces of equipment, and we could damage them if we kind of like raise our thumb too quickly. Okay, so here is a different perspective of the same thing. First up, we have the tip on here, so what I'm going to do is use the button over here to eject it. Now it's going to shoot it off, so you just kind of want to carefully put it into a beaker. So now we need a new tip. Alright, and again, I'm just kind of like letting this rest on my index finger here, using my thumb to move it up and down. Alright, so now I'll put both elbows down, and then I carefully push down on the top part to that first resistance spot. I dip this in, slowly let my thumb go up, and then take it out. All right, you can see the solution in there. And then I very carefully find the well I'm gonna put this into. And then I push down slowly. Push down that extra bit. And then keep it pressed down and then pull up. If you start to let this release while you're still in there, it'll suck it back up, which we don't want. All right, so then I slowly release it. This tip is now done. Eject it. Oh, see, be careful, it'll bounce all over the place. Into there. And there we go. Okay, last camera angle for the same thing. So I'm going to get some solution. See it on the end. Put my elbows down. I'm going to very carefully try not to touch the edges. Put the liquid in there, push all the way down. Take it up while still holding it down. I released it with my thumb and ejected it. There we go. Okay, same idea for the real gel. Now I'm still going to use the fake dye over here just because I'm not wasting DNA. So I'm going to take out the solution off camera. Okay, now with this one, you want to be really careful because you need to go through the water, put it into the well, but not push too far down, and then press it down all the way. Keep holding it and then pull it out. What you should see is pretty much that. Most of it stayed in that little area. Some of it kind of wiggled out, which is fine, that happens. All right, so I'm gonna do another one. I'm gonna do the one right next to it. And you can see if I touch the edge of the gel, it moves a little bit. All right, so it's really, really careful. Okay, now if I were to puncture it, I'm gonna push down too hard on it and then release it. You'll see that it goes a little deeper now. Hard to see in the video, but if you puncture it, it'll go down a little too far, so don't do that. All right, one more time. Now this is from the side. All right, there we go. Now this is, it's not exactly the same. The one that you guys are gonna use with the DNA, it has sucrose in it, which makes it denser, so it'll sink to the bottom better than this one did, but this still worked pretty well.